Oh, I'm finally done. What's up, guys? Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. For this, we're going over the 5th anniversary tier list, and we'll be going over all the best units in the game. And we did a huge difference in the breakdown, guys. So just know that there's a large amount of changes that are going to be to the tier list. So definitely try to watch the whole video all the way through, because otherwise you're just going to say, "No, I don't get that. Why is this unit tier list?" Blah, 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 blah. So it's definitely different than previous tier lists. There has been changes. That things have been moved around. Things have been renamed. And I'm going to go over them in the second part of this video right after this intro. So guys, without further ado, let's go and jump right into it. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and go over the tier list. So there have been some big changes to the tier list this time that we're going on to. And we're going to go over the rating scale because they have changed a little bit. And so have the descriptions. So guys, this is definitely one part of the thing you're going to see, because if you skip this part of the video, by the way, suck a dick if you're talking in the comment section, because I went over it here. Okay, going into this tier list information. First off, we have God Usopp, which is the top 3 legends in the game. I can't put 2 more than that. I'm leaving it there. We had a discussion, by the way, in comment section as well as Discord, and a lot of other people were putting in comments. We should add another tier between God and Super. And I said, that's a great idea. Not doing it. And you'll actually see why in this tier list. It will actually be much clearer once you see the tier list and you understand it. God tier is going to be the top 10 units in the game, which includes the top 3 from God Usopp tier. The Super tier is going to remain the same. It's still amazing units, amazing support ability, strong unit, captain, everything. The things that really change are going to be the useful, niche, and trash tier. So the useful units are basically, these units can put a big dent in a large percent of the game's content. They're definitely struggle as new content's released, or they have to hybrid team. They have to do different things when you're using them. They are not traditional build characters where you're built for the content. You actually have to be very creative when using these characters as captains, or be creative when using these characters as support units or subs. Niche units, these are extremely useful in certain content, and these are really, really good characters for when you need them. And when they fit the role that you need, they fit them perfectly. They are perfect units for certain situations. But outside of those situations, you never use those units. And trash units, this has been updated. The reason this has been updated is because, let's be honest, every trash unit that is now in the trash tier, you're never happy when you pull them. Now, I'm changing the way trash units works based on just usefulness, based off just how you feel about the unit and how often you will use that unit. That's a trash tier unit. If you barely ever use them, you use them even less than niche tier units and the weird content, less than every 6 months, these units are the worst that you can pull. And this tier, the niche tier, and the useful tier have gotten boosted. The problem in the previous tier list that we had, of course, is the super tier was super overbloated and had to move characters down, and I'm going to be moving characters down. Useful tier units are extremely good. Niche tier units they're okay. And then trash is booty. So, pretty easy to understand all those. So it also added a new thing in the tier list. Green means a unit is either moved up or it's a brand new unit to the tier list. Red means it's moved down since the last update. And the thing about the tier list, what I've noticed is, you'll see this in this tier list as well, a lot of units just tend to move down in a tier list. They don't really remain the same because I can't, if I wanted to rank units against each other in a top 10 format and like this, then I have to move units down a lot more than I move units up. So it's an unfortunate thing, but it's just how I have to do it, because that's the way the game works and how units progress over time. It's just how it works out. And as far as supports go, they are not going to be included in this tier list at all. So support abilities that characters bring to the table are not included. I also did a little bit of update here on the best classes in order. This is an asterisk. I didn't really think, don't hate on me here. I definitely did not put a large amount of thought into this. The first 4 classes are good. The second 4 classes are kind of good or not good at all. So Fighter has definitely seen some hits recently, and with Limited Rare Code Rouge version 2, it's a little bit better, and you can argue that they're good right now because he's really good in Kazuna. I mean, Limited Rare Code Rouge is the only good part of that team. Free Spirit has been declining month after month. Striker has not come back in a long time. Cerebral is definitely taking a big hit. I don't really. The last three are kind of like whatever. Like I don't actually put a lot of thought in the last 3, 6, 7, and 8. Don't read into that. They're kind of booty right now. That's basically what it is. Shooter, stupid good because Beige Capone is bonkers. And I think Blue Beige Capone has just come to global as well as Zephyr Legend, and you have the new V2 Lucci 6+. There's some really interesting combinations that you can make on global right now for shooters, so definitely I want to see some of those comps come out, and I definitely see how they go over the next 6 months. And that's basically the last true teams that besides that. Slashers just came out. I still think shooters are better than slashers just because Capone cap special ability is nutty, and that really just puts it like over the competition. Slashers are still really good though. They have a lot of viability. Powerhouse, extremely good as well because they have the new Germa 66 batch, so V2 Germa, I guess, or V, because they have the V2 Germa. They're super good. And then Barto Cavendish teams are just bonkers as well. So across the board, the top 4 are much better, miles better than the bottom 4. All right. The other updates we've been doing here, this has finally been updated. I actually hadn't updated since 2018, so I hadn't updated that at all because it really just didn't pertain to the game that much anymore. But now it has it. And the last 2 things I added here are a feedback section. So if you guys have thoughts on the tier list and you want to like talk about different units and discuss and get more information on where units should be placed, etc., and you want to talk with other people in my Discord, I put the link directly to a tier list thing that we're going to be doing in the Discord. So if you want to input videos there, if you want to upload stuff to show how good a unit is, or if you want to show how bad a unit is, if you want to put damage calculator stuff in there as well, that's where all that goes. So if you want to give me that type of information so I can take that into account when doing tier lists, that will be there as well. And then monthly polls, we're doing them every month via YouTube as well as on stream. So if you want to be part of these monthly polls, basically what happens is we do a poll based on what unit should move up or down based off everybody's thoughts and opinions. And we take that into consideration, I guess, for the next month that we're going to be doing it. So guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the tier list. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and go over the tier list. So, of course, we're going to be seeing some different changes, and you can see over here in this section that we're going to have a changes column, and you can see where legends either move up or down based on current content, how the tier list has been changed, etc. Don't trigger, like watch the whole thing. Understand? Don't get triggered. All right, so first off, Snake Man Luffy, of course, moving down to the God tier because we have some new legends in the game that definitely power creep Snake Man Luffy. He's still amazing, but, you know, there are better legends now. Big Mom 6+, super tier. I think we can all agree with that. You have problems. We have a tier list Discord. Talk about it there. Pretty sure I don't really need to go into that too much. She's really tough to use. She's really annoying to use in a lot of content. I think we can all agree that she's really good, but damn, she's annoying. Other thing is happening is that the useful tier got changed again, so don't at me. Wait. So, useful tier units. Lucy is moving down to the super useful tier. Again, useful tiers changed. Don't freak out. It changed. Okay, don't freak out. Super tier got a big change. A lot of units moved down, including Lucy. A lot of units. Don't freak out. Okay, first off, Lucy's going down the useful tier. Katakuri's going down the useful tier. Akaine's going to stay in the useful tier. The reason those 3 units are going to stay the same and the same tier is because Akaine can still actually clear content, which is super freaking weird. I don't understand it. I've been seeing videos of V1 Akaine clearing content that I just like, he had no business clearing. And I was like, what? But he's clearing it, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, he's strong as Lucy, I guess. Okay, sounds good. I don't like him there, but yeah, he's doing it. I can't argue with results. I just can't. V1 Kata is going to be in the useful tier. It gives you a kind of idea. Lucy and Katakuri, about the same power level, and they're definitely going to be in the useful tier here. They're going to be useful legends to your account. Croc moving down to the niche tier, and then here's the booty characters that moving down to the trash tier. Lucci V1 6+, and Whitebeard 6+. So that gives you an idea. This right here gives you an idea of what to expect as a trash tier legend. Let's be honest. If you pull V1 Lucci, you pull Whitebeard, you pull Barto, you pull Log Luffy, you feel the same way about those units. They are booty. In Arashi, you can feel marginally better. Like, oh, his 6+ is pretty good. I guess I could use it sometimes. But when are you going to use these? I mean, arguably Whitebeard. Arguably. But I mean, you still got the... If you really need an HP cut that bad, there's an invasion that does a better HP cut. So let's be honest. These units are pretty booty now. I'm sorry, guys. They're pretty booty. I'm sorry. Moving on. We're going to move to the quick tier list because, of course, we have a brand new legend who doesn't have an arrow. Check mark. Brand new legend of the game. Luffy La. Of course he's got Usopp. He's the best legend in the game. Of course, Luffy Law gonna be in the God Usopp tier. Best legend in the game, hands down. I think there's someone who said he's not. But yeah, duh, best legend in the game. Then we got V2 gear for Luffy. He's gonna be, since V2 gear for Luffy is still different than Snake Man, they're very, very different units. They work differently, they play differently, and you can use both. Pretty much the same viability. They're both going to be in God tier. Then we got Barto Cavendish, who's going to stay in the God tier as well. And then, by popular request, because you guys voted on it, and I agree, Carrot moving back up to the God tier. You're welcome. Yes, I listen. I listen to feedback. I do. Just give it. Don't say you do. Like, give me like a articulate thing that you want to tell me and like why he's better and all that. And vote. You know, voting helps too. Like seeing mass numbers also helps too. Those are the things you need. All right, but I agree, Carrot. Yeah, moving up. There's a 3-month period where I think she should move down, and then now she come back up. I'm fine. I'm fine with her staying up now. She's fine. Characters moving down. Anil going down to the super tier. Cracker going to the super tier. I think we all agree that's fine. Cracker, one of the best support units in the game. But Big Mom version 2 just shits all over Cracker, and there's a lot of color fitting units coming out right now that are just dumb. So we can definitely move Cracker down. There's more universal color fitting units in the game. We don't need Cracker's universal color fitting boost as much, but definitely super tier unit. Super, super strong. One of the best support units in the game. I think I'm going to keep him there. I'm fine with that. And then Enel is not really getting power creep so much. Just no one's using Warco teams to clear content. So here's the thing. I beat all the most recent content with Warco teams with the same team I've been using like for the last year, basically since Warco came out. And I can beat it with the same exact team. With Warco, V1 Law, Enel, and then I just throw in either Katakuri or I throw in Corazon or just throw in something else, right? And I can just beat that. It beats like everything. It's stupid, but it's super slow and boring and no one wants to do it anymore. So it's super just fine. But so he's not really moving. He's still strong as like everybody else, but I'm bored of that. Speed is a factor, and let's move him down. Be honest, he's a little slow. Then we got Luffy Ace staying in the super tier. We got V3 Whitebeard, who's still not on JP. Might come. I don't really care though. Who really cares? No, I don't think anyone actually cares. Zephyr. And then we got, for the useful tier, Frankie's moving down to the useful tier. Give me an idea of where the useful tier units kind of lie and understand that. And then we got Law and Cavendish moving down to the niche tier. So you kind of get to understand from the distinction between the two. They're both good units still. V2 Law 6+, and Cavendish. They just, like, as far as power goes, they're definitely different. Shiki I find more useful in more situations than Cavendish by far, because a wave clear with like 2 million damage is at a very short cooldown with no conditions is bonkers good. So yeah, I mean HP based, but like you always have the HP for it, so it's easy. Really good for Fortnite and a lot. Like I use that stuff all the time. It's great. And then for trash units, V6+ Barto, V2 Lucci. If you disagree with my V2 Lucci trash tier thing, I'm sorry. 6+ is way different, by the way. 6+ is definitely different than V2 Lucci. There are too many other powerhouse units that do way better job than V2 Lucci. And he doo-doo now. I'm sorry. He doo-doo. There are rare recruits that do better jobs than him. And honestly, I have not seen a V2 Lucci 6+ team or 6-star Lucci in forever. If you look at a 6+ Lucci, 6+ Lucci is in useful tier for sure. He's super good. I mean, I don't disagree with that at all. He's super good. But V2 Lucci, is doo-doo. I'm sorry, guys. Then we got Doflamingo. Version 1 normal Doflamingo is trash tier. Yeah, there are like a ton of ore boosters in the game. There are so many orb boosters in the game. An orb booster that also manipulates 3 orbs is actually bad. It's like actually really bad. So yeah, he's trash. 6+, different, much different than the normal V1. And of course, Boadudu. All right, so then for Dex units, we got La Luffy, Gado's top tier, duh, super good. Then we got Bartok Cavendish, still the god tier, of course, for the other version of him. Mewtwo Mihawk, as well as V3 Sabo and Magellan, gonna stay in the super tier. V3 Sabo was the most voted on besides Carrot, I believe, for 2 months running. And I semi-agree, but if I had to be perfectly honest and I had to make a choice, I have to make a judgment call between the 2 units. Carrot is definitely more useful than Sabo. I'm sorry. Don't at me. But V3 Sabo works on shooter teams. So if you're wondering, why are shooters the best legends in the game? You have Beige Capone 2 times booster with his stupid ability that's so strong. And V3 Sabo, Orb Boost, Type Boost, Chain Boost. Or Chain Lock. Orb Boost, Type Boost, Chain Lock, and Invulnerability from death hits. Just super good. Super good. You can't be blown away. Super good. There are so many annoying mechanics in the game that shooters can get rid of because of that Capone ship ability. Just dumb. Just super dumb. You got Magellan as a shooter. There's just so many shooters that are good, man. And then you have Chiffon. Chiffon is just wow. Like, I think Chiffon is probably the best utility unit in the game, right? Don't at me. That's kinda the best utility unit. All right. So then going into the useful tier, V2 Jinbei is moving down. V2 Doflamingo is moving down, and Nami's moving down. Don't hate on the Nami yet. Just wait on the Nami hate. Wait on the freaking Nami hate. I'll go over why. I know it's there. I know there's gonna be fanboys out the ass. There's gonna be players out the ass talking about it. I use her all the time. I agree she's amazing, but there is a why. Okay, so just wait. I'm getting to it. V2 Jinbei definitely moving down, because V2 Jinbei's usefulness is structured around his orb manipulation, and it's super difficult to fit his perfect orb manipulation team on every single time. You have to basically use Hatchan with limited rare recruit Hody. I do have that team, by the way, and I'll showcase that later, so stay tuned. But that is a really difficult team to build every time, because you have to use those units specifically. So now you're down to 2 other units, or 3 other units that you can use. If you want to use Judge, limited record Judge, Coliseum Judge is a great unit. Super good for that, and he makes it so that you get your Dex or Beneficial Enable. Dex Color Affinity. So you get a 2 times Color Affinity boost, best Color Affinity boost in the game. And then there's other units that you can use with it. So you have a lot of viability, but once you move out of Powerhouse, you lose Orb Boost on those units. So you really get to take it away. Okay. What's up? She's in there. Thank you. Okay. Second life! It's 9:16. She's supposed to be in bed, but you know, he ain't gonna listen. Raid Judge? I'm sorry. Raid Judge. It was Raid Judge. And Jake came in. Right. Raid Judge, not Coliseum Judge. I'm sorry. Then we got version 2, Doflamingo. Definitely moving down. He's still very good, but I think we can agree as far as power level goes, he's right there. Now, there might be some big hate on this, but Magellan is staying super tier, and he, as a captain, is still stupid because he doesn't lose viability as time goes on. The only thing that Magellan gets countered by is the poison, and even with the poison, it really doesn't hurt him. There are certain things that do counter him, like anti-healing and other things like that, but his 15% HP cuts can't be interrupted, which is so strong. Having those HP interrupts that can't be interrupted is so strong. And the fact that you can use Garp on his team, allowing you to kill basically any unit at a certain percent low threshold, gives you a huge amount of viability. So definitely a great unit to have. So let's go over Nami now that I'm done with the interrupts. All right, cool. So Nami, the reason Nami is moving down. There are so many 2 times orb boosters in the game right now. There are so many that most of the time when I'm bringing Nami, it's because I need an affinity booster, not an orb booster. And all the captains that I want to use Nami for don't really work out because now I can bring a color affinity booster and a chain booster with Cracker, which are two boosts I may not have. Or I can bring a orb booster and a chain locker, like in Rayleigh. There's boosts I may not have. But the only thing I have been using Nami for recently, and this is over a ton of content, is the color affinity boost. It's because I can use it universally on almost every team. However, there just was introduced a few more characters in the game that have universal color affinity boost, and there are a lot more units that have color affinities. So we are going to go over, they're going to be much less needed for Nami. Now, Nami on the original version 2 Gear 4, still very good. If a Striker Legend or a Cerebral Legend comes out where Nami is just perfect for that team, yeah, she can move back up. But at this very moment, she's moving down. Just because there are better units that do a better job of what Nami does. V2 Doflamingo moved down because he is also about the same amount of strength as Lucy. And Lucy can clear about the same amount of confidence as V2 Dofi, just really about the same power level as far as units go. And the fact that he requires 6 derivative units really narrows down his viability as a captain. So you really have to use him as a sub, and then you have to find how he works on a V2, on a Bartok Cavendish team. And hope to God you can fit in V1 Law. Because most of the last bosses nowadays, most, not all, have a barrier of some sort, or percent damage cut, threshold damage cut, etc. And there's some kind of mechanic that makes it so you pretty much have to bring V1 Law. So you have to bring both of those units, which really narrows down your damage that you can have on previous turns, so it's really difficult to get the damage you need. It is possible in certain content. And then you can see the useful tier is pretty beefy in the dex units. So we have Brook, who's super useful, we got Corazon, we got Kung Fu Luffy, all these are useful units. You can see they're all about the same power level, pretty strong there. And then the only niche unit here, Blackbeard moved down to the niche here. And the reason he moved down is because pretty much, not 100%, pretty much, Carrot does what Blackbeard does, but better. By a lot. And if I'm gonna build a team that needs to go through bears, I'm probably gonna use Carrot. Probably not gonna use Blackbeard. Let's be real. No one uses Blackbeard. I'm probably just gonna use Carrot all the time. As far as booty units go, the 2 units moving down to the booty tier are 6+ Zoro as well as Usopp. Let's be real. When was the last time you used 6+ Zoro, and when was the last time you used Usopp? Honestly, even in the most recent content where you wanted to use a character for Kizuna battle for getting a guaranteed delay, it countered by HP cut, and you couldn't even use the Usopp with the guaranteed delay because of his HP cut. So, I'm sorry, Usopp, you're just trash. I can never use you, man. It is so hard to use this Usopp. Like, maybe once a year. Maybe. I see once every 6 months I see a team, and I'm like, I don't want to build that team. But it's bad. And Zoro, I'm sorry, you're booty. Okay. Side units. Warko, still got Usopp. He just doesn't move, dude. He's so good. Jumanji moving down. It's kind of a duh. Super good, but I mean, Warko's better. Duh. Katakuri, why are you not in God Usopp tier? Katakuri, you better than Warko. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, Katakuri. Maybe. So Katakuri versus Warko at this party. Guys, so the vote this time, guys. The vote this time, if you're wondering, it's not a vote on who's the next unit to move to God tier, because I'm pretty sure most of you are going to be pretty happy with this tier list, and there might be a few people not happy. But the vote this time is going to be for God Usopp versus God. And it's going to be who's better, Warko or V2 Katakuri. You choose. So guys, let's get your votes in. I know this is going to be a fun vote because I know there's a shitload of you that are going to want to talk about that. Because Warko is, to me, obviously better because you can just meme content. and you don't even have to try. Katakuri you gotta put some brain power into, definitely does more damage, and the game is structuring a little bit more toward damage, especially with Kizuna Battle. So, guys, if you haven't seen it yet, Kizuna Battle, the bosses are well over 100 million HP at certain points. And the extra damage that Katakuri provides is actually kind of needed. I actually am losing with the highest damage team right now in Kizuna Battle consistently because I have to try to one-turn with the V2 Katakuri team. There are other teams going to be used for Kizuna Battle tonight, which would be great, but even that damage is not enough. So keep that in mind when making a vote on this as well. There's a lot of factors going to play there. V2 Sanji fell off a long time before my Katakuri team, which is really funny. Still super tier, super good, whatever. V2 Aokiji. V2 Aokiji! I was really considering moving him down to useful tier. Honestly, I'm keeping him super tier. There are tons of times where V2 Aokiji is just super clutch. Like, I've used him as a sub way more than I ever used him as a captain. And he is super, super clutch for the teams to use it for. Like, it's actually really good. He's really good for carrot teams, by the way. So if you're looking, carrot teams, V2 Aokiji, super good. Definitely do it. All right. Then we got useful tier. Garp's moving down, of course. I haven't used him. Like, I try. I haven't used him. He's good. I don't have time. I just can't see using him. He's like Zephyr, but conditional. Zephyr's for shooters, right? And he has really this orbs too, but he's like Zephyr, but he's conditional on other stuff. So I mean, and Zephyr's captain boost is better by far. So I mean, like, I think Zephyr's better than Garp. So I just want to make the distinction there as far as, so you guys know where that's at. Judge moves down. If you have any questions with that, problems with that, Lucy, Judge, V2 Dolphy, about the same power level. That's where they're putting them. Niche tier, staying the same. Trash tier. Bye, Kizaru. Bye. 6+ Sabo. Don't at me, you fucking Free Spirit Luffy Ace fanboys. Shut up! He doo-doo. He's fucking doo-doo. Nah, he's alright. But like, it's so rare to use Sabo nowadays on your fucking loop. Like, how many of you are still using 6+ Sabo on a Luffy Ace team? Be real. There's a lot of other units you can use. I think the best unit you can use is named version 2 Gear 4 Luffy, and he's Free Spirit. I think he's Free Spirit. Yeah, I think he's Free Spirit. Just, yeah. But 6+ Sabo is fucking booty. Just fucking booty. Somebody in chat just posted a Luffy Free Spirit team. Once you pop a Luffy special, the captains are no longer Free Spirit. So that's out. Boa Hancock is trash. Give me the last time you used either of those, any of these 3 units, last time, please. That you can type in the Discord, not in comments, hopefully. Okay, Intelligence Team, version 2 Big Mom, Garu Sop tier. If you don't believe me, oh my god, the damage that she adds as a sub before you even get to her captain ability and the bonkers shit you can do with that. The damage she provides as a sub is just insane. Like, I have not seen higher damage on teams ever without Big Mom. Big Mom as a sub is broken, like actually broken. You do so much more damage. A base damage increase is huge, especially if your teams have like 40k HP or more. Oh, that's 400 attack you're getting. 400 attack may not sound like a lot, guys. It's a lot. That's the difference between a rare recruit going to a legend tier damage. That's huge. 1600 attack going to 2000 is fucking bonkers. Your legends just go out the fucking roof. They are nuts with that attack, man. Every multiplier in the game will multiply times your base, meaning that your damage goes like it skyrockets. It's actually nuts how high your damage goes. Because every boost you apply your team, it increases that boost even more, basically. So it's definitely the most broken boost in the game. As a captain, There's a swap mechanic. If you haven't seen the video, you probably have at this point. There's a swap mechanic you can do with Big Mom that allows you to HP cut your team, which acts as effectively like a despair. It won't get patched, by the way. I'm 99% sure it won't get patched, but it could, you know. Then it is what they want to do. I'm 99% sure this won't get patched, and the reason I think that is because essentially what happens when Big Mom loses all that HP when you do a character swap. Big Mom's captain ability, by the way, is based on having every color in the crew. So if you use a swap ability on one of your crew and they change to a different color, you lose the captain ability, right? So essentially what happens is a despair. That's exactly what happens, is a despair on your team. Okay? That's what happens. That's why all that HP loss, it works. The reason I don't think it's going to remove is because it has been in the game since Raid Blackbeard. They would have to remove a mechanic that has been in the game since Raid Blackbeard, and I don't think they're going to do that. So I think that swap bug, it's not a bug, it's hard grading in the game now, is in here forever. So you'll probably be able to do that as long as you want. The reason that's valuable, by the way, version 2 Katakuri can scale off that. So you don't have to stall with V2 Katakuri anymore. You basically can use a Big Mom captain, do your swap little doohickey, and then your low HP, and then do another swap on another character, get your colors back, and then boom, do damage, and you're done. So that damage that you get off the swaps, which is now pretty much uninterruptible, because the only way you can interrupt it is if the boss will do something on an interrupt based off of taking damage. That makes it broken. And the amount of damage that you're getting with just the Katakuri boost with the swaps and the Big Mom special is probably like at least 15 million damage or more. So with just those two, that's like pretty much uninterruptible boosts, because it's tap timing, which is like never interrupted, chain lock, which is like never interrupted, and Big Mom's unique boost, which is impossible to interrupt because there's no other character that does it, and they would have to create a specific interrupt to Big Mom, which I highly doubt they're going to do this early. We have at least 3 months of that boost. Before they finagle with it. I think what's going to happen is they'll do chain lock interrupts to counter Big Mom. I don't think they're going to counter a boost, though. So you might have to just below 50% before that, which means you just do a double swap on your Big Mom. So you do a swap on a sub on Big Mom, another sub on Big Mom, and then you get your captain ability back, and then you pop the Big Mom special, and you don't get the chain lock, so that works. Also, you could use the new treble and Doflamingo Coliseum to bring a chain lock in, which is 3.25 anyway, so that's good too. So those are the ways you can get around it. But Big Mom definitely got Usopp. There's no fucking way she's not. She's stupid with Katakuri, and she's stupid with a lot of other characters in the game. The only requirement she has really is that she has to have every color, and she goes from Striker, both versions, by the way, for her non-special versions are both Striker power-ups, and then her Evolved version is Slasher power-ups, which is kind of a bummer. But it does work out because you can actually use Cracker with that too. So if you wanted to use a color affinity from Cracker, you can use it as well. And another character you can use as well would be Judge. So I know you may not use Judge a lot, guys, but the new version 2 Jumanji you can use with Big Mom as either a friend captain, a captain, and then Big Mom friend captain, or use it as a sub, whatever you want to do to get your colors in, because they have basically the same requirements. So that's really cool. Plus, you know, Jumanji teams. V2 Germa teams are OP. Use those. I want to see some V2 Germa plus Big Mom teams. That'll be lit. Those would be really cool to see. Okay, then we got Warco staying Goddess of Course, Beijing opponents staying Gods here, and then Super 2 units are all the same from last month. 6 plus Judge did not move down. 6 plus Judge is definitely better than 6 Star Judge because the damage reduction he gets is really good for this current meta. Supposed to be Zuna battle and everything there, so that's really great. V2 Fujidora, I'm gonna move him down. I'm cool with that because he's basically the same strength level at this point in the game now, currently, not before. Currently, probably about the same strength level as Lucy, as well as version 2 Doflamingo, original Judge, etc. He's at that level now, not before, but now, the 6 plus version. The version 1 6 plus Doflamingo, also about the same strength level. His abilities are really, really good, and I've seen a lot more Driven teams hybrid out with what's his name? The Barto Cavendish with version 1 Doflamingo if they don't have him. So he's really good too. Definitely good. Then we got 6+ Mihawk still in the useful tier. He's always good because that damage afterwards is awesome. We even used him recently in the Big Mom raid too, so that was cool. 6+ Jinbei is moving down. He's become less and less and less useful as time's gone on. But we were still using him for content to get rid of the percent damage cut. His threshold, I think he does as well, or defense. I don't remember, one of the two. And then all orbs is really nice as well. So he did some really cool stuff. But I mean, as time goes on, I mean, he's basically a rare recruit at this point. Like, there are rare recruits do pretty much exactly the same thing as he does. So I mean, like, who cares? He's definitely niche. I would probably use the boosted rare recruit if I was doing anything, or free play unit. It's gonna be better than anyways. Then 6+ Hody moving the trash tier. Let's be fucking honest. When was the last time you used the 6+ Hody team? Yeah. D1 Fuji. Yeah. Rayleigh's better. I have still used Rayleigh yesterday. And if you are using 6+ Hody as a captain, 2019, bro. His only real viability is that damage reduction that he provides. And that's it. Like, he gets a really good damage reduction buff. And he's a beat stick. But if you're just using that, that's the exact same thing as Fortnite fucking Perona. Come on! It's Fortnite fucking Perona as a powerhouse unit with more attack. Be real, guys. Be real. He dooted. Some people are saying in chat as well that he reduces cooldowns and his speed runs, blah, blah, blah. If you guys are still using Hody in 2019, just... I don't even know what to tell you. Treasure Mode Enel shits all over Hody for any Fortnite you're gonna run. On raid bosses as well, Enel can do the same thing a lot of the time. Try it. It's actually great. He's booty. Get over it. All right, guys, let's go over the reroll tier list. So the reroll tier list got changed, of course. We have a lot of new units in here, and I took some units out, put some units in, all that fun stuff. So, first off, we have version 2 gear for Luffy and Nami. If you're a new player, that's still a broken combination. That's gonna get you through like 90% of the game's content with just that combination. Still, it's still gonna work. When you get to the most recent Coliseums, you might be in trouble, but it's still good. The best combination, though, I was looking for a really good combination. The new meta, La Luffy, yeah. But who's the best character to pull with La Luffy? I was actually doing a lot of research on this. Besides Big Mom, because I wanted to use one legend per. Big Mom is a really, really good unit to pull with La Luffy, of course. The only other character besides Big Mom that I thought was bonkers was Cracker. And the reason Cracker was so good is if you use Cracker special before, it has to be before La Luffy special, you get both boosts, and it works great. It's a chain boost and color affinity boost, works great. Use the swap on a La Luffy, you get the damage boost as well if you have interrupts on damage boost, and since it's a chain boost, the last hit works even better. So, Cracker, La Luffy, really good combination. I definitely urge you to try it because the swap on La Luffy is a barrier pen hit, and if a boss has like a color or barrier or something weird like that that you need to get through but you really couldn't get through it, doing a double swap on La Luffy, getting a barrier pen on one of them, really nice. I mean, you don't have to get on both, you just get on one of them, right? And then popping the special and everything and the Cracker special and all that in between. The last hit you're gonna do is gonna do millions upon millions of damage, so it's gonna be really good, especially if you have color affinity, especially. So super, super good unit. Big Mom would be the only other option I would see would be better. And the last hit with Cracker, by the way, if you did not know, the last hit with Cracker is a 3.6 times chain boost, and that's before you use a Jumanji swap, if you were ever gonna use one. I don't know if you're gonna use one, but if you did use one, the last hit is a 3.6 hit. That's why Big Mom is better. But if we were not going to use Big Mom, it's going to be correct. Version 2 Katakuri, still one of the best units in the game. And if you were going to pull the Katakuri, the best friend of Katakuri right now, 100% Big Mom. There's no fucking question. Oh my god, their combination is good. Either version is good too. You don't have to use Big Mom Captain or Big Mom Sub. Once you pop the Big Mom Special, she's 100% usable in Katakuri teams. Before then, she's not because it's Striker, and Striker's not boosted by Katakuri. But after that, it's super good. It's stupid good. Carrot is the next one up. Speed Queen. I actually changed this up from Lucy, and this is just based off my playstyle as well as what I've seen in the last few months. The best unit with Carrot is V2 Kuzan because orbs are really hard to attain on Carrot teams unless you're getting lucky, and if there's a shuffle to block, it's a little tricky. But Kuzan, yeah, I like it. It's nice. And most of the time we're using these teams, it's mostly quick anyways, so it works out. I mean, it's a 2.25 quick booster. Gives you orbs, so you're set. Nothing really else you need to talk about there. That's pretty easy. Then we're gonna go into Warco. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into Warco. He's awesome. B1 Law Warco, done. Easy. That's all I gotta do. Global. It's the same. Good talk. Guys, don't forget to vote on version 2 Katakuri versus Arco for the best unit. It's going to be, the link for this is going to be in the description below, so go ahead and vote for that for the top 3 units of the game. It's either going to be version 2 Katakuri next month, or it's going to be Warco, depending on like what gets released, etc. And if there's any of the better units or not. But if there's no better units that can move up to Gadu's top tier, then definitely vote on that. We'll take a vote to see which one you guys think is better. Alright guys, well, my name's Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I've been trying to put these videos together for a while. First day today, and look, a light just came on because, you know, everything's going crazy around here. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I got laundry to do, so much to do today, and my brain is just fried from making all these videos. But again, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day.